Hey everybody, my name is Patrick Stevenson. I'm on the agent development team here at Lori Life and Health, and today we are talking about how to properly advise your clients leading up to their 65th birthday. Something that's really confusing. There's a lot of moving parts. Some people are still working through their 65th birthday. Some are already retired. Some are drawing Social Security benefits. Some aren't. And the options can be a little bit confusing, but I want to clarify that for you today, just so you'll be able to lay it out very clearly for your clients so you can present all of their options so they can make the right decision for them. So before we begin though, why don't you go ahead and scroll down, smash that like button, subscribe to our channel just so you don't miss any of the content that we're throwing out there for you. Since we're leading up into AHIP season, leading up into AEP, we're really going to put a lot of content out in the next few months, and I think everyone out there will find it helpful, so I don't want you to miss any of it. So jumping into it here, I made a little flow chart. You can see on the left, we're talking about people that are still working. On the right, we're talking about folks that are already retired. People that are retired, the options are a little simpler. If you're still working and on a group plan though, it can get a little bit in the weeds, a little complicated, but I don't want it to be. After this video, I hope it clarifies it for you so you'll be able to help people with their options. So you can see here, the first question that you will want to ask a Medicare beneficiary or somebody approaching their 65th birthday who is still working is how many people work in their organization. If more than 20 people work in their organization, then Medicare will become secondary. Their group plan, if they elect to stay on that group coverage, will go primary. But if they have less than 20 employees, they will need to take their Medicare because it will be primary. That group coverage or their additional coverage will be secondary. So a quick note, if they have less than 20 employees, they have to take their A and B, as you see right here. They can elect to stay on that group plan as their secondary coverage. If they like it, they're not paying that much for it, they can stay on that until they retire. Also though, they can elect to come off that group plan, at which point they'd be eligible to get a Medicare supplement or a Medicare Advantage plan, depending on what's the right option for them. So the majority of people you're working with though on the other side of the coin are working for a larger organization that has more than 20 employees. So the next question, if somebody's in that boat, is ask them, are they contributing to an HSA? And the reason you want to ask them this is because if you're contributing to an HSA, if you'd like to go on Medicare, you're no longer allowed to contribute. And if in fact you do continue to contribute, you're going to have to pay a penalty, and we don't want anyone to have to do that. So if someone answers yes to that question, then you can just simply tell them that they can stay on their group plan, keep contributing, or they can come off their group plan, go into Medicare A and B, and stop contributing to their HSA. It's really up to them at that point. If they decided to stop contributing and go into Medicare, once more, it will give them the option to get a Medicare Advantage or Medicare Supplement plan, and you can go through those options accordingly thereafter. If they are not contributing to an HSA, it's a little bit simpler though. Typically, if somebody's happy with their group coverage, they'll stay on that employer group plan. They'll take their Medicare Part A, and their Part A will pay secondary. If they have to go into the hospital, it can pick up some costs that their group coverage does not pay. So it's good to have it. And for most people, it's premium free. Also, they'd have the option, if they're not happy with their group plan, they could come off that group coverage, go on to Medicare A and B. Once more, we give them the opportunity to get a Medicare supplement or Medicare Advantage plan. It's really up to them. I would present all their options to them to empower them to come to the correct decision. All right, I hope that makes sense for people that are electing to still work. Let's go to the other side of the screen, on the retired side. This is a little simpler, and I also want to jump into Social Security's website and show you all around there a little bit here in a minute too, for folks that need to apply for their Medicare. So really the only question if they're retired you need to ask is, are you currently drawing Social Security benefits? And the reason for that is, if you're currently drawing Social Security benefits, say they say yes, then they will automatically be enrolled in Medicare A and B. Typically, they will get their card about 3 months before their birth month. If they're not drawing Social Security benefits, though, this is where it gets confusing. They are going to need to apply for Medicare. And there are a few ways that they can apply for Medicare. They can call Social Security. I don't necessarily recommend that, is with the pandemic, it's sometimes difficult to get someone on the phone. You can mail Social Security or go to their office, or I recommend you go on Social Security's website, create an account, and apply there. And that's what I'm about to show you in the next section of this video. So y'all hang around for just a second, we'll jump into that. All right, everybody. So I have hopped into just socialsecurity.gov. Just go to ssa.gov and you can show your client this. At the end of the day, they have to do it because they're going to have to answer some identifying questions. And I'm not going to be able to go through this entire process just because I don't have login credentials, but I do want to show you quickly where to go. So if your client is not drawing Social Security, and honestly, whether they are working or not, they will need to go ahead and apply for the Medicare if y'all decide that that's what you want to do. So you'll go to ssa.gov, come up here to the menu. You're going to, under benefits, go to Medicare. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky and you can get a little lost, but basically you're just going to scroll down till you see the big blue button. Apply for Medicare only, because if they are not drawing Social Security benefits and they would like to wait, this is how you apply for just Medicare only. So click on that. You have to agree. Then right here, you would start a new application. I'm applying for myself. And then if it's going to ask you, do you have a Social Security account? If someone's not drawing benefits, they typically don't. Do you have an address in the United States? Yes. Click next. And then you are going to have to help them create an account, or they can do this themselves. I would typically recommend you let them do it themselves, but you can point them in the right direction. And this is where I'm going to stop. You would have them create an account, and then once they have created that account, it is very straightforward for them to apply for their Medicare only. If they have any questions, they can call Social Security. They can walk them through it or schedule an appointment to walk them through it. However, it is very straightforward from here. So kind of to recap everything, if someone's still working, you need to look at the size of their employer to determine whether they need to go on to Medicare or not, whether Medicare will be primary or not. Also, if their organization is large, but they are contributing to an HSA, you need to have the conversation with them whether they would like to continue to contribute, as that can be a deciding factor when they are figuring out whether to go onto Medicare or not. And then also just their options. If they like their group plan, they are more than welcome to stay on that group plan until they retire. If they don't like it, though, you could be able to help them now, whether that's a Medicare supplement or a Medicare Advantage plan. Also, on the other side of the ball, if they're already retired, if they're drawing Social Security, makes it super easy. Typically, they'll have already received their card 3 months in advance, so you could help them with their additional coverage, whether that's a supplement or an Advantage plan. And if they are not drawing Social Security, they will need to apply for their Medicare A and B, and they can do that right here on socialsecurity.gov. So I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions about any of this, all of us here at Lori Life and Health would love to go through it with you. You can give our office a call. That number is down in the description below. Also, visit our website, check out the rest of our channel. And if you're not currently one of our agent partners, I would love to have a conversation with you about how we can help you either get in the insurance business or grow your existing business. So until next time, I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and get out there and get after it.